Good morning, class. I'm Cheuk Yiu. Lucky you, this is my first and the last MaDketing class. Today, I will talk about the buyer decision process. Also, I will talk about the time adoption of innovation, which is the buyer decision process of a new product. Normally, the buyer decision process includes 5 steps. They are problem recognition, information search, alternatives evaluation, purchase decision, and post-purchase evaluation. Let's simply look at the first step, problem recognition. Simply, it means recognizing the need for a service or product. It is often recognized as the most crucial step in the process because if a consumer is not aware of the need, he will not move forward with considering a product purchase. Once they know what they want, they need to gather information to understand how they can fulfill that want. Here comes the second step, information search. In the information search stage, consumers collect information from different channels or consult online resources. How marketers can influence their choice here is to create a funnel to provide the information that people will need. After enough information is collected, consumers will do alternatives evaluation, that is to weigh choices against comparable alternatives. Here, marketers try to convince consumers that your product is superior to other alternatives. Once consumers have gathered all the facts, they will make the purchase decision and make use of the product. Finally, they will come to the last stage, post-purchase evaluation. Consumers would reflect on the purchase they made, and what marketers can do here is to ensure consumers continue to have a positive experience with your product. Post-purchase engagement could include follow-up emails, discount coupons to enhance the customer to make an additional purchase. After we have gone through such theoretical concepts, let's apply it in a haircut situation. Look at the mirror. Maybe you can see your long and messy hair, or you may just had an unpleasant haircutting experience in the salon. All signals tell you that you need to get a haircut now, as soon as possible. Walk through the street. You can see different salons. Some are decorated with luxury neon lights, and some are offering comfortable seats. They offer different services and have varying prices. To get further information, you will search on the way you can access and ban all the valuable salons. After that, you may see that there are really a lot of bad examples. Then you may think, do I really have to take such a risk to go to cut my hair? Why don't I wear a wig? Or just a hat? However, after hesitation and fear, you still think having a haircut is the fastest way to make you look cool. You believe you are not the unlucky one. You believe you will look good afterwards. Then you decide and go. Just like what you have noticed, it is possible that you get a failed haircut, and you also fail this time. What you would do is to decide not to visit this salon again and leave bad comments for them, and you will have another purchase on hats and masks. If you are the lucky one, you would visit the salon once more. I hope this example is easy to understand. We have talked about the buyer decision process for normal products and services. When there are new products, there is a graph investigating the time of adoption of innovations. There are 5 main types of adopters. The first type is innovators. They are eager to try new ideas. Usually, they have substantial financial resources and the ability to understand and apply complex technical knowledge. So, they are more willing to take risks and try new products. The second type is the early adopters. They tend to be integrated into the local social system more than innovators, and they are usually respected by peers and have a reputation for successful and discreet use of ideas. The third type is the early majority. They will adopt new ideas just before the average member of a social system. Although they interact frequently with peers, they are not often holding leadership positions. It is found that their innovation decision time is relatively longer than innovators and early adopters because they deliberate some time before completely adopting a new idea. The fourth type is the late majority. They are cautious about innovations and are reluctant to adopt until most others do it first. They are usually persuaded by strong peer pressure. The last type is the laggards. They are traditionalists and the last to adopt an innovation. They have almost no opinion leadership. They make decisions by looking at the past experience and the decisions presented by the previous generations. They mainly interact with other traditionalists. Laggards are likely to be suspicious of innovators and change agents. The above graph showing classifying adopters closely approaches normality, but still not symmetrical. There are 3 categories to the left of the mean and only 2 to the right. But it is possible to break the laggard group into early and late laggards. Research shows this single group to be fairly similar, while innovators and early adopters could be combined. Research shows these 2 groups as having distinctly different characteristics.